lay down a bit of context for the footage you see in here. So, the St Giles Hospice have created what's called the March of the Elephants. This is where they've worked with many artists to create these massive elephants that are like the size of me, and they're all differently designed. In total, there's probably about 30 large elephants and loads of mini elephants. I kind of lost count, but I think I saw maybe all but a couple. I thought it would be a good opportunity to showcase them all. So I dropped into Sutton Coldfield with a map, bottles of water, and I had the challenge of finding the entire herd and run to each and every one of them. But now let's discuss the planning of the event, starting off with the football and why. My event is running around one single track, but that track encircles a football pitch, so why not merge two events on the same day at the same venue? Why don't I do my challenge whilst also hosting these children's football tournaments? It will bring in hundreds of people and also make them aware of the efforts that we're making to raise this money. One way in which we intend to make this tournament great is by going the extra mile on the awards. This, however, would not have been made possible if not for the generosity of a couple of individuals. For example, we'll start with the certificates. We've arranged for each player to receive their own certificate, so this certificate was designed for at no cost by my good friend Adam Heath, and they look amazing. We then took this design to Ben Hill Press. Now this is a printing press in the Rugeley town. We asked them what price this would be to print over 200 of them. He kind of got the gist that it was for a charity event, so he just responded, "We'll do them all for free." Once these had all been secured, we then delivered them to a good friend of ours. So this lady is called Sheetal. And Sheetal agreed to caligraph all the players' names onto their certificates, and they look amazing. I'm going to post a photo here just to show you just how good her calligraphy is. So now we've managed to secure a certificate for each player, and then a trophy for each winner. We'll be hosting 4 children's football tournaments, and so we'll have 4 winners in total. But then we contacted W.R. Davis, so this man agreed to do them at half price initially, including the engraving. But when we got there, he said, "Nah, you can just have them for free, no charge." We just want to thank him as well, because this was a pure and generous act on his behalf, for which we're all massively grateful. And once again, the kids are going to absolutely love this trophy. So, W.R. Davis, thank you ever so much.
Sutton Coldfield all done. Now it's time for a 7-mile run to Tamworth. So, just arrived in Tamworth, halfway through now, feeling good. Tamworth, 15 miles now I think, 7 miles to Lichfield, but I'm just going to stop halfway for a refreshment and a break in a familiar spot.
This is when I arrived at St Giles, who said that on the way from Tamworth to Lichfield I should definitely go into the hospice in Whittington, which I'm very glad I did, because they sorted me out with water, little protein cookie bars and a bag of jelly babies. This year we are presenting banners at the event with various different companies on. So these companies have helped us massively in this year's event, either by donations of cash or services to the fundraiser. I'll now take the time to thank them each. So I'll start with Estate Signs, because Estate Signs have provided us the banners for which we're representing these sponsors, as well as doing all the artwork for them, and they look amazing. The idea of these banners has helped generate so much money and the assistance for the fundraiser, so thank you Estate Signs for your support this year. These banners look amazing, and yeah. Secondly, the Islam Plant donated hundreds of pounds worth of gifts for us to raffle off this year. I wish I had a photo to attach here of the joy-filled face of Callum as he won his new drill, just to demonstrate the impact of these donations. And as well as these, they have made a very generous cash donation to the fundraiser this year, so I'm happy to be working with them. Next, JHJ Sports Therapy. So I spoke to Jade at JHJ to ask if she'd be able to help me with my minor injury with my knee before my event. I didn't expect much in return, as I wasn't offering much to her, but Jade emailed back and blew me away with her offer. She'd offered to sponsor with free sports massages to gift away at the raffle, bi-weekly appointments for her and Alex to work at my dodgy leg and get me run ready. So I've been there 2 times a week for about 8 weeks now, I believe. These services have costed them hundreds, so it's massively generous of them, and it's very safe to say it's worked. And when I managed to beat this challenge, I'll owe it to these guys, definitely. Thank you very much, JHJ. Next, I want to thank Scope Roofing. So Scope Roofing sponsored this event with a huge donation. It shocked me when I saw the amount. But when they donated, I noticed that they'd donated a fair amount too much money. So, assuming this was an accident, I messaged back saying, right, do you want to meet up? I'll give you this cash back. You've donated too much. To which they replied, no, you keep it, buy some more sweets for the kids at the tournament. So, that was an amazing gesture on their part. So, thank you very much, Scope. We're very glad to be working with you. Thank you. Next, we've got C Residential. We've made an extremely generous donation in order to sponsor us for this event this year. So, yeah, just want to say a massive thank you to C Residential. Next, we're going to thank Manifest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I've been training here since November last year, and when I got there, I was extremely stunned by how friendly of an environment it is. Johnny over at Manifest is a great coach, and him and Gret are some of the kindest people I've ever had the pleasure to meet. These are sponsors of this year's event. They supported me so much with this year's event, so that's why I'll be happy wearing their colours on the day of my challenge to promote this amazing gym. I want to thank Waterside Foods next to their sponsorship this year. Their sponsorship has helped us make this event so much better, and will be sure to generate so many more donations due to their sponsorship and their support. So their support has been invaluable again. So Waterside Foods, thank you so much. And then we've got Wollaston Coaching. So thank you, Sam, for your very generous donation and sponsorship of this year's event. All of you, you're all great, and I'm glad that I've had the privilege to be sponsored by all of you.